The Disney Vibes Podcast, talking insider tips, tricks, and pixie dust. For the most magical place on earth, here's Andrew and Heather.
Welcome to episode 43 of the Disney Vibes Podcast. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning, Andrew.
Oh, that didn't sound very enthusiastic. Come on, get with the program.
I am. Coffee's here. I'll be fine.
And it's hot coffee. It's like a heat wave happening here on the East Coast. It's unusually seasonable, summer-like weather. As we're recording this, it feels like it's July.
Yeah.
Which would be closer to many people's Disney trip, I'm sure, because the spring break rush has officially ended. But let's get through what we need to get through. Disney Vibes brought to you by Magical Destinations Travel. You like us, our content, our show, everything that we do. Help us out by booking your next Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise, all cruise lines, all inclusives. BookMDTravel.com. It costs you nothing. And obviously, you can download the Disney Vibes podcast wherever you get your podcast from. If you like the content, show your support, hit that thumbs up. Provide those 5-star reviews. We greatly appreciate your support. Subscribe to YouTube as we continue to increase listenership there.
Yeah, do it. You can see us live and in person.
Yes, we are. We're back from our vacation. As we mentioned on our last episode, we went to Hilton Head. It was glorious. It was a great time. Kids had a blast. We actually were able to kind of take a sneak peek at the Disney property on Hilton Head
We
Island.
didn't see the signs that said "Keep out private."
Yeah, well,
We didn't.
but you know they had their beach house and then they have their resort for their villas for DVC. But it was a well-needed, rested trip. But the show must go on because there is a lot of news it's just been nonstop. And if we did not get on very quickly to talk about all the news that has been happening, the challenge would be it would kind of spiral out of control. So, do you have a joke for me?
I do. I just found one. It's kind of funny. All right. What did Snow White call her chicken?
What did Snow White call her chicken? Dopey.
Egg white.
That's
All right.
That's funny. I mean,
I just literally found it, and the giggle from before was just because I laughed at
that's a good one. All right, I'll give you that. I'll give you credit for that one. All right, would you rather swim with Nemo and friends or the Little Mermaid?
Little Mermaid.
Okay. You want to go find out whatchamacallit?
No, it's a dingle hopper, isn't
Oh,
it?
Dingle Hopper.
Dude, come on now. The new movie's coming out, too.
Ah, the live action. Yes. All right, so here's the other thing. Heather, you good otherwise? I know we talked about that. Great.
Yeah.
Glorious. It's busy. It's baseball season, softball season, so running around like crazy. I want to say, you want the good news or the bad news?
Oh, man. All right. Let's start with the bad because we could end it on a positive note.
I thought you were going to go that way. So we've talked a little bit about it before, but the whole thing with the Don't Say Gay bill and Ron DeSantis and the Bob Chapek snafu of that has now completely spiraled out of control. We talked about how he took away the Reedy Creek Improvement District and put his own hand-picked board of directors in there. Prior to them taking over, though, the former Reedy Creek Improvement District board of directors made sure that they passed a lot of legislation or laws for that district that are beneficial to Disney. For example, what did they say, $10 billion in the next few years, next 10 years? No, I got to get my numbers right. But billions and billions of dollars that Reedy Creek that Disney's going to be investing into the Walt Disney World area. And they did reserve land or approved land for a 5th gate, so a 5th park could be opening. So all this happened, and then the new board of directors came over, and they did it all legally, Disney, with a public hearing and everything like that, but the governor and his people were not really paying attention, so they couldn't say anything. So now the new board came in and was like, oh, whoa, how did this happen? How did we miss this? Okay, fine. The main part of all this is not ending anytime soon. It is a complete political chess move. That's all it is. Why would you want, to basically hurt your number one business in your state?
I don't have an answer to that because I don't get it. Yeah, so it said plan to invest over 17 billion.
17 billion. Thank you for getting my numbers right.
Billion. Over the next decade, and will create 13,000 new jobs.
Right. So this is all beneficial for Floridians, the state of Florida. And I mean, listen, over this next decade, DeSantis won't be there as the governor. We know that he's got bigger and better aspirations, whether it be presidential or something else.
Right.
But this is it's anti-business, it's anti-Florida, it's just nonstop. So whatever. The long story short of it is, so they, Walt Disney World, the Reedy Creek Improvement District, they gave, they provided all of these developments with new land, new gates, everything, and they've taken care of everything so that the new, oversight district members would only really have effect on roads and that kind of stuff, right? Okay. Well, here is the latest battle is they didn't like that. Of course, the government, right, and Governor DeSantis. And now what is he going to do? New toll roads and hotel taxes.
Taxes.
Right? So he's trying to hurt Disney. That's not going to hurt Disney. Who does that hurt?
His state? I
don't
know. No. Oh my God, it's too early for this.
Us. Everybody who goes to Disney. You're paying the taxes. And everybody who travels or stays off site, new toll roads. So it's just, I would love for this to be over. This is really taking over a lot of the news. It's becoming national news. And I really think this, at some point, mark my words, we'll get to the Supreme Court.
Oh, right.
I really think this is going to be a legal battle for years, and we're not going to get rid of it. But that is the bad news, is that they're now threatening new toll roads and hotel taxes for Disney World because they don't like what they did. And who does that hurt? It's not going to hurt Disney. Maybe he's thinking it's going to hurt Disney because people aren't going to come.
Right.
But they may not stay as long. I mean, I don't know. But listen, just go away. Everything needs to go away. Everything was fine, and I get it. It was a big snafu from the former CEO, Chapek. But just move on. Move past it.
It's childish, friends. That's all. And we're not political over here on this podcast. But
it's just frustrating.
Showing you what is happening. And Andrew, just really quick for our friends that may not be familiar with the Reedy Creek District, just in summary, what is that?
So the Reedy Creek Improvement District basically was something that was a deal with Florida way back with Walt Disney and Roy Disney that was made to improve the land of Florida, because remember, it was just vast land in Central Florida before Walt Disney decided to build his empire there. So the Improvement District had all oversight. So Disney is taking care of everything, that encompasses those two counties, roads, every infrastructure thing you can imagine, Disney took care of it. And the Reedy Creek Improvement District is what they called it, where they kind of oversaw that district and approved certain things for, okay, Disney can do this, and now they do this, but now you have to put all these in. You got to widen this highway. Like, they made all the rules and regulations. So they oversaw it, and then kind of like there was no, like the government had no hand in, like the taxpayers didn't have to pay for it, everything like that, for the infrastructure, county taxes, everything like that. Disney paid for it all. Unfortunately, now Governor DeSantis has taken that away with his new oversight board that he developed and the legislature passed. So this is all legally. He has done that, and they are hand-picked, appointed people who are now on the new oversight district that are seeing this. So that's really the nuts and bolts of it. It's just the way Disney has automatically kind of worked since inception to kind of improve the betterment of the area and Floridians as a whole, if that makes sense.
I got it. Thank you.
Right? So
to be continued, that's all we can say.
Right,
unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, and listen, and when they made this, the old board made that a new 30-year agreement. And they were very smart how they did it. Did you hear this? So,
yes.
Right? Yes. So the way that this agreement with the land and the gate and everything they approved cannot expire, and I don't want to say it.
I was trying to find it. Hold on.
So basically it cannot expire for
21 years after.
Yeah, 21 years after the last descendant of King Charles has died, right? Child's dead, right? Has died.
But if you put it in theory, like right now, right? So we're talking about Harry or
Harry and Meghan's little one.
Yes.
Who's, what, 2? Not even?
Right.
A year?
Right. No.
I'll be gone. Moving on.
Oh, my goodness.
But anyways, this can't expire. So very smart, Disney, because you can't say in perpetuity. It's illegal to say that forever. So that is the date. So that would probably be at least 150 to 200 years from now.
Oh my goodness.
So, all right, moving on. Unfortunately, we like Heather said, we wanted to share the news because it's national news. It's over major news networks. So we did have to quickly discuss it. But Heather wants to end on good notes. So let's start with what we know Splash Mountain's closed, and let's talk about Tiana's Bayou Adventure and how it's quickly taking some shape. And Mama Odie's going to appear in Tiana's Bayou Adventure. New details have been revealed looking at the concept art. So the magic of the bayou is calling, listen closely because they're digging a little deeper into the experience guests can expect from this future attraction coming to both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. We know that the bayou will illuminate with a celebration during Mardi Gras season hosted by Princess Tiana and Prince Naveen. So now Mama Odie will also reprise her role as the catalyst to that magic. So they keep adding more and more things and animatronics into Mama Odie. You see some more into the ride, and you're seeing more of the Imagineers' creations come to life as this comes out. They're going to have all kinds of things with the critters, the music. There's now audio animatronics, and we didn't know how this was going to work because if you remember Splash Mountain, it was very rich in animatronics, right? There was, with Bear Rabbit and everything. So exciting that it's going to be happening, and we know that it's going to open in 2024, so about a year from now.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the arts and Mama Odie.
Yeah.
She is hysterical.
She's lively, right?
Yeah. And I can, just looking at it, I feel like she's going to be, have the same look, same vibe as Anna and Elsa in Frozen.
Okay. Yeah.
Just, like how the new animatronics are.
Right.
Digitally, almost like the
Correct.
digital face.
Right. Yep.
So.
Yep. I agree. I think a lot of them are going to be there in that format as they do that. Now, Splash Mountain's closed in Walt Disney World. It's been closed since January, so they've kind of got a head start in Walt Disney World. Disneyland Splash Mountain will close May 31st, so they'll be a little bit behind in the timetable compared to Walt Disney World for that. All right, let's keep going. I want to talk what came about is annual passes are finally back. So if you were a DVC member, annual passes were able to be purchased starting yesterday, April 13th, and it's going to be open to the general public as of April 20th. So they are selling passes again, including the Incredipass, the Sorcerer Pass, and the Disney Pirate Pass, and they are all able to be purchased online. We know that they could become unavailable at any time. Of course, you look at all the socials, everything was kind of it just got shut down yesterday. It was overwhelmed. IT couldn't keep up with the demand. So a good problem, right, is their passes are going fast.
There's a want.
There's a want, right. So the challenge is they couldn't keep up with the demand, and that was only for DVC, not for the general public. So a week from now, we will have to see how that goes. Now, a lot of people are like, well, do I need a pass? Do I need a pass? It really depends on two things. If you can get to Disney for at least 13 days in a year.
So that would equal it out. Is this per person or per family? Well, I mean.
If that person for an annual pass has to go 13 days based on the money. Now, remember the amount. The big thing is to remember is there are, with the exception of the Incredipass, there are a lot of blackout dates, especially around the holidays. Christmas, New Year.
That's the fine line.
There's a lot, right. So if you are thinking of an annual pass, you can get your 20% annual pass holder discount, and then renewals do get cheaper. So it would not be 13 days in the park. It'll be a little bit less. But if you do decide to go the annual pass route, there are many options for you based on those 4 different levels. I know we had talked about these, a while ago when they first started annual pass sales again, and they shut them down real quick. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. If you do have current tickets and you need to upgrade, you can do that as well, right? You can put that value towards an annual pass. But they're back, and it's going to help, and people will be able to experience the latest experiences, whether it be Tron or Happily Ever After, Nighttime Spectacular, Roundup Rodeo Barbecue, all of the new things that have been happening. Moana, Journey of Water coming to EPCOT. So, and don't forget, I know we don't talk about it a lot, but 25th anniversary of Animal Kingdom. So
it's crazy.
To think about that being 25 years. So those annual pass holders, that's some news. You want to get your annual pass, please, make sure April 20th is the date if you are a non-DVC member to ensure you get on that. Okay. The next thing I want to mention is talking with Disney Cruise Line. And two things with Disney Cruise Line. I think they are really packed this year. I think a lot more people are cruising rather than going to parks. The reason why I say that is clearly all the discounts they've been offering with up to 25% off or the food card. The parks do not have as much people attending. You're not seeing deals for DCL.
Right. I understand.
So Disney Cruise Line is rocking and rolling. Now, what do they bring out? DisneyBand Plus. Instead of Magic Band Plus, DisneyBand Plus. Now, this is just a little, grinds my gears a bit, is if you have a Magic Band Plus, the technology has to already be in that band where you can then use it on a cruise line. It's just charging. It's the same concept. I don't understand why they're going to have you buy another wearable technology on Disney Cruise Line, besides designs, okay? Right?
Yeah, I guess. But again, they're a business. They want to make their money.
Yeah, all right.
And I don't want to be like that, but
yeah. I just, whatever. It is what it is. But so the actual article is the popular Magic Band Plus technology used at Walt Disney World Resort and Disneyland Resort will be making its way to Disney Cruise Line with a preview opportunity on the Disney Wish before it officially debuts. They're calling it DisneyBand Plus. With DisneyBand Plus, the guests will unlock the hands-free convenience of wearable technology on the high seas for the first time on a Disney cruise. You used to have your sail and sign card, right?
Yeah, you used to have a card. You would get like a nice little pouch for it,
right?
Waterproof pouch, whatever. Ideally, I think it'll make life easier in a way, rather than trying to always, hold on, let me get my card or whatever else, because your card was for all transactions. It was for your room, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it was a matter of switching over to this technology anyways. But again, I agree that, why can't it just be universal?
Well, and here's the thing. When you released it with Walt Disney World, it was free. The basic colors, right? The Magic Bands were free. So why can't you just include them with people's cruise fare? Like, they don't have to be fancy.
That's true.
To start, right? Well, but anyways, they have 3 Disney Cruise Line exclusive designs to choose from. It's going to be your perfect accessories for your next Disney cruise vacation. So again, unlock your stateroom door, charge those treats, souvenirs to the payment card on your stateroom folio. Whether you're cooling off at the pool or snorkeling at Castaway Cay or on the Aquamouse, you can make sure it is adventure proof. So you have nothing to worry about. Children ages 3 and up can also use their bands in lieu of the Oceaneer Club Band to access Kids Club while on board and Scuttle's Cove at Castaway Cay. So you're going to be able to wear this, and the photographers will be able to capture the vacation memories with the tap, same kind of idea. And then you're able to look at the photos and purchase them, through the online portal as well.
And they're waterproof.
And they're rechargeable, right? So yeah. I understand that. So you can keep them for future Disney vacation experiences. What is interesting is they're calling it DisneyBand Plus, but the last component is key. So maybe I went on my soapbox a little too soon, because it says you can keep this band for Disney cruises and visits to Disney parks and Disney resort hotels. So
all right.
They're just calling it should just be like Magic Band Plus for the high seas. Let's just be honest, right? So it's going to be interesting to see if your current rechargeable ones, I'm assuming only, the rechargeable ones, Magic Band Plus, not the original ones, are able to be used on Disney Cruise. Yep, gotcha. Yeah.
We just have to see. I don't.
Well, no, but I mean that was my fear, and there was not a lot of talk about it because it was it's a gray area. I don't know if it's going to work both ways. In theory, in my mind, it should. So we will see. So if you do have Magic Man Plus in the parks, stay tuned. Right, stay tuned for that. Could be something that is beneficial on your Disney cruise trips as you move forward on your vacation vibes that are coming up. Okay. All right, let's. I know you want to end on a good note, but let's hit up what we found out about Star Tours, right? So Star Tours, if you are familiar with Star Tours, they are going to have a new adventure starting in 2024. Star Tours is the original. I don't want to say the original. Well, it is kind of the original ride before. I almost said Guardians. Rise of the Resistance, right? Rise of the Resistance came out, and what's the other one we went on a lot? Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, all of them. So before those came out, Star Tours was the original. So Star Tours will be getting new adventures coming starting in 2024 at Walt Disney World, Disneyland, and Disneyland Paris. So the Star Wars Celebration 2023 took place in London. They shared all this exciting announcement that started it all in the galaxy far, far away. So it debuted at Disneyland in 1987 as the first Star Wars attraction in a Disney park, and it traveled and expanded. And in 2024, there's going to be more stories and characters to Star Tours at Hollywood Studios and Disneyland Park in California. So trying to bring back the ride and make it more modern. And here is what I want them to do.
Have Grogu.
They need to make it Mando themed. Think about that.
Yeah.
I understand. Like, come on. I mean, that would just that would blow that ride through the roof, and it would help hopefully alleviate some of the other crowds with Guardians and that experience. The experience. But Guardians. I say Guardians. Rise. Sorry, Rise.
Oh my God! But I knew what you were on.
Yeah.
This is just so
But
bad.
anyway, yeah. I think make it Mandalorian themed. If you're going to continue with your, with the Mandalorian series, right? As we know, it's on like episode 7, and we missed the one on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Why would you not make it Mandalorian themed? I think that is the way to really, the Imagineers to bring that, full circle. That would be awesome.
Right. Speaking, they just announced 3 more movies in the series for Star Wars.
They did, right? We tweeted that out. They announced 3 more, and Rey is going to be a prime character in 1 or 2 of them. I don't remember off the top of my head. And one of them's also takes place in between something with Mandalorian. I forgot if it was before or after it.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
And then one is after the last one, The Rise of Skywalker. So, all right. We always like to end on a good note, Heather said. She wanted to end on a good note. July 27th is the date to mark on your calendar. And the reason why I say that is we have officially been told the opening date for the International Food and Wine Festival at EPCOT, presented by Corksicle. So prepare your palates and get ready. Remy is there as well as our little chef as we get ready to go. So calling all foodies, they're speaking specifically to Heather. The EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival is back, dishing up those delights at Walt Disney World Resort starting July 27th. And the best news is it continues through November 18th. So right before, like I said, this is a great way of going from festival to festival, like Flower and Garden still going on now, right? Mm-hmm. With the topiaries, this will kick off, July 27th through almost the holiday rush. So you'll be able to sip and savor at more than 25 global marketplaces through EPCOT, including returning favorites. The Fry Basket.
I know. I just saw that.
Flavors from Fire, Canada, India, and Spain. There's going to be new global marketplaces that are going to open later during the festival as summer turns into fall. So they don't, not everything opens up right at the end of July, but they will be opening up. And the fun doesn't stop. So they're also going to have Emil's Fromage Montage, right? Try all those tasty cheese dishes from around the world. Get the passport, and you can purchase any 5 cheese dishes listed in your Food and Wine passport to collect the stamp. And then you head to Shimmering Sips, hosted by Corsical, to redeem it for a sweet treat unique to the festival. You can have, the kids can go on Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak, right? Which is that inspired adventure that is magnificent, and they get to search for Remy throughout World Showcase and the global marketplace. And for the Halloween season, you can grab your gorgeous group and partake in Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit.
That's cool.
This is new, a special pumpkin scavenger hunt from September 29th through Halloween on October 31st. The festival will also welcome back the popular Eat to the Beat concert series presented by Florida Blue Medicare at America Gardens Theater, and we will see more about the lineup. I think it was announced, maybe some of them.
I don't know if that was or if the menu was. Either way.
Yeah, I thought the maybe some of them were. That makes me wonder if it was announced. But that the concert series, will come out as well. That's coming back, and then lastly, it is through November, which is great news for everybody. And you can always get more information before Disney Parks Blog brings it out at tasteepcot.com. So. It will be a lot of fun for this. But, yeah, Eat to the Beat is coming back with those, American Adventure concert series. So I'm excited. I don't think they've announced the full lineup. I did look. But at least they're bringing that back. So.
I'm just looking here really quick. Eat to
See,
Beat.
yeah, it says it hasn't. They've only seen that. Sheila, no, just it's November. It goes, no, nothing.
Okay.
They have not confirmed all of the concerts yet. So they're kind of working. I know Sheila E., the queen of percussion, is coming. But other than that, there's not. And that's not Disney formally announced. She put it on her webpage that she'll be there. So we're waiting. They'll announce that whole lineup, and we'll go through it. There's some good artists I remember in the past. So hopefully it jives with the time you're getting there or the time we're getting there. That would be great as well. All right. A lot of news. I know. Over and over again, they keep announcing more and more news as they're trying to gear up, for the summer vacation season. As always, if you are interested, okay, we've gone through all of our clients and helped them with all of their discounts for the 25% off and said, is it better this way or is it better for you to have the food discount? A lot of people have chosen whichever one worked best for them. But that's why you have an agent, is to help you out. And you can always, reach us and our agents to see if you need any support in any way as you book your next trip. All right, Heather, final thoughts.
No, just you can find us on our website at bookmdtravel.com. Our Instagram is Magical Destinations Travel Co. Facebook, Magical Destinations Travel. And Twitter, where we send out updates of all the latest news, is Magical Dest Trav. And don't forget, subscribe. YouTube at Magical Destinations Travel. But then we're also called Disney Vibes there.
At Disney Vibes. Yes, we have our own little handle there. So, All right, till next week, let the Disney Vibes flow.
Find Disney Vibes for all your vacation needs on the web at bookmdtravel.com.